Yes, this is the third time I'm trying to record this video. I don't know how to solve the issue for my microphone. That is okay now. Um, yes, let us start first of all with an unauthenticated user. Let us start with this, the view. When a visitor lands on the platform, like without authentication, you'll be allowed to watch and do some basics interaction with the application, but can do nothing very fancy. You need to log in. Then we shall have a user which um yes come which will have just like the current user. This currently is the profile of a user without subscription. Yeah, it is a 3D model. You have access to this only for 14 days. Like have access to the 3D model for 14 days. This the 2D model again to work on. They have a lot of functionality. You can see here almost the same thing, but he can view to interact. He can interact with the community, but actually the video and some premium functionalities are still locked. For about his profile, we have something also very interesting. Like the help page, we have a tutorial section, we have a community section where each of it is a community group. I don't want the video to be too long, but you can go through it each time, and then a contact us page. From it, you can see too, we have a very interesting part about his profile, the user profile. You can modify his profile, manage his subscriptions, look at his appearance. Under manage his subscriptions is how his subscriptions, yes, is looking at. You can choose the plan and then select payment mode, whatever else. Then he can view his account currently, how his account is doing, manage his profile, can view his account, look at the last activities, quick settings, and so on and so forth. His downloads, because all downloads have to stay inside the application. The downloads wouldn't export out of the application. It's most likely like Spotify. If you look under the download policy, it will most likely be like Spotify. Then he have to upgrade to get us done with time. Here is the upgraded profile. Actually, because of my slow internet, that we couldn't view the 3D model, but it's almost the same thing like the 2D, just that it is in 3D. You can interact with each of it and then focus on viewing the functionality and so on and so forth. From it, you can try to interact with each exercise or whatever else. Here we will go on as an auditor. This was wait, this is an admin. Now let us finish first of all with him. Wait, we shall log in. I think we already did it like an unauthenticated and premium user. Wait, let us try premium user access. For the premium user, it is the same thing, but he has like um unlock every premium functionality. So that is actually what you are trying to do. Finally, we have the admin where is authenticated at admin. You see he have more privileges and whatever else. We shall go to the dashboard for us to see better. Yes, I had a little issue with the CSS. Trying to for it to fix as mobile responsive, but we can see the statistics. We can see the quick action button. We can have the list of users. It's a little bit slow. I doesn't know why. 2 seconds. It's slow. I don't know why. So we can see this, we can see the status, we can have like reset password, edit profile, and so on and so forth, add users, route. Let us look at other routes like muzzles. This is also another implementation. I am just from trying it like to add a skeleton for the loading in case of loading speed. There from this it is just like for instance we just decided to be fixed under those 10 muscle group. So later we shall have a functionality to add new groups. But for the moment it will be easier for us to work just on it. Like this, you can edit almost everything on the site, add new functions, and so on and so forth. Delete on the management of the media. We can upload, we can use URL patterns, but generally on 52, 225 for the placeholder. We have the configuration for the storage, but we shall write there. Two, we have the video section. I doesn't know why it's so slow. Oh, yes, I see. Parameter issue. I'll fix it later. And then we have a section for the videos. Here you see every video. You can see have the published, the draft, the reviewed, and so on and so forth. We can duplicate a video for us to easily manage it in case of functionality. We have the route and the functionality to add videos. Why is this thing so slow? Upload the video, 7 seconds to load. Oh, maybe it's my computer which is slow, I think. Yes, we have the functionality and the route to add a new video in the case you want to do not want to duplicate, upload the video or use the drag and drop, add the details, the category, the subtopic and whatever else. So this is how the video has to be managed. So one thing sure, this is not more normal to load into. Oh, I needed to build for it to be faster. Well, let us just jump it. Also, for the database, I prefer to work with like under a SaaS model. We can let the user, each user will have his own configuration for his own database. We can self-host his data, but he'll pay for that. Um, in the case else, we will just provide this configuration for him to do. The parameters is like query, enable query logging, enable query caching, soft delete, and so on and so forth. Test the connection with the database. This is, for instance, we shall use either Postgres or try to make it compatible with a lot of kind of database. It can be fun, but we need to be more than that. So a shadow database is just like a mirror database in the case of the unreliability of the first one. Then we have server-based configuration in the case he wants. This is how we see it, like the role, the service you can give it for his other admins. In the case of migration, like database migration, we will help him also to create like tables for the settings of the database migration and so on and so forth. Actually, you can see a lot of it is static, but we can help him to do like the database migration. Also, option for backups. Yes, it is a lot of work because we have to implement the backend functionalities of everything, but it will still be cool. Two, also for the content, like any kind of content. For the content, we are also prepared multi kind of content adjustment, like the content that we can use like Vessel Blob, AWS tree, buckets, server-based storage or local file storage for his 3D model, for maybe his document, his images, maybe audios. Uh, we didn't yet work with it. We can use image optimization algorithm. I want it to just be like complete as if we finish this project, you can just present it only at once or with to any kind of employee, and I am very sure you'll be okay. Then Vessel Blob, also a storage, AWS in the case you want to connect it, Server-based too, and local storage too in the case you want it to be self-hosted inside his VPS. And also, this is another functionality I'm just from adding. a new idea. Please let us wait to load. Oh, yes, prediction has been loaded. This is also a new idea as we are data analyst. I thought about a prediction slash analytics functionality like you draw out prediction using a prediction algorithm on our database and depending on the database source, looking the engagement rate and try to do predictions about it, the growth rate and so on and so forth. You drew the conclusion. So this is also a very fun kind to implement AI. The best thing would be finding a way for the app to be faster, far more faster. So I'll try to deploy it when I have time. Also, the details of the analysis can just bring us predictions on the maybe attention rate or whatever the student, the health, whatever case we can just like bring out prediction on 30 days each month on you try or maybe on an interval that we will choose. Actually, everything here is just like static. We shall just like try our best. And as you know, I'm very complicated. So also I implemented like a run prediction model and export the model or the result of the model. Also, I thought about the log, like for the model rate, the model work, and so on and so forth. So it can be also very interesting, like basically both an AI slash ML project would also be nice. Also about the environment, it is almost the same thing. So I just okay, almost 2 seconds. So it's almost the same thing. There are a lot of things to think back about, but I tried my best to generalize almost all kind of ideas we could use for the prediction and everything to avoid it to be very heavy. We can just like use like for our APIs. I prefer like with OpenAI, we can use a lot of models. The OpenAI package for Vessel, we can use DeepSeek and any kind of other algorithm. For instance, it's hidden. And same with SendGrid, which we shall use for email and push notifications. Also, SketchLab, this is the API I used for the 3D model. I don't think it's already all right. This is how it presents itself. Each part have to be by clicking on it, you do a zoom. The zoom wouldn't give you actually all the functionalities about it. You just like have the ability to go around and touch. But now we shall connect each of the part of the 3D model for us just to connect it with each of these parts here. So by clicking maybe on one, it has to interact on another one. So this is also another challenge I didn't yet think about. So this is a very interesting project. So let us go back to what we were doing. We have also the blog, as I told you, um, just general idea for the provider. I think too a section for maybe the Google key for identification and so on and so forth. Analysis, same thing. We have always to think about implementing Google analysis. A very great idea. Then we have the setting page. Mm, think I'll probably click on it. Then the setting page, we can choose maybe the app logo. Maybe he can upload his own logo. This was sort of like a general idea. Thinking of changing the primary and the secondary color of his session of the app. So we have to store all of those values into the database and find a way for us to not make them as query, but make them using GraphQL. It can be far more faster the settings, the subscription plan. But actually, this is for a super admin. We have again to create a section for the role and privileges, and I think it will be better, and so on and so forth. So, currently, this is the entire project. I hope it has been educative enough. And in case of any kind of question, let get me back. It is 15 minutes. Yes. All right. Goodbye.